Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the grand unveiling of CouplesCraft 2, otherwise known from here on out as CouplesCraft Apocalypse. This is something I have been working on with Duke for a couple of months now, and I'm really excited to finally be able to talk about it. I've been keeping it a secret mostly because, well, not a secret. I've talked about I've been developing this, but I've been keeping the specifics secret because a lot of time I pick up projects and I don't finish them, for lack of a better explanation. But as I've been developing this, I have really fallen in love with the idea, and I want to see it through. So I'm going to be spending today's stream talking about CouplesCraft Apocalypse, what it is, and what we plan for it to become. So strap in and get prepared. So CouplesCraft Apocalypse is a project that we started because during CouplesCraft 1, season 1 of CouplesCraft, I had a lot of fun with it, but I never played it. I didn't play it much because from my perspective, anytime you want to play Minecraft, you can just go play Minecraft. You can play Minecraft single player. You can put mods in it. If you want to play Minecraft, you can just play Minecraft. There's a lot of servers that are doing the Minecraft experience, but a bit better. A lot better than we could ever have done. I mean, CouplesCraft is an incredible experience in that sort of vein. That was not where I wanted to put time and energy into. But when we were developing CouplesCraft, I had a lot of, I found myself really enjoying creating custom items and custom mobs. That was where I think we were strongest. I didn't actually show off a lot of the custom mobs we ended up making on CouplesCraft, but a lot of them showed up during Duke's Ender Dragon special stream from a while back. And I figured that was where our strength was. So when we closed CouplesCraft, because it was just sort of, I mean, the same reason I talked about before, there's anywhere people can play Minecraft, we needed to bring in something that was special and unique. And CouplesCraft wasn't offering that. You know, it was fun. We all had a bunch of fun there, but it wasn't unique. Not enough anyways. And so we closed it. You know, it was burning a hole in our pockets because, you know, we had an expensive server to make everything work. And we decided to close it down. A few months ago, I made a tweet and I talked about how much I missed MineZ. Y'all remember MineZ? Wait, it's so laggy? Wait, hang on. The stream's fine. The stream, I think that's on your end. I can see the stream fine on my end. Can I get a tech check?
It's fine over here.
Yeah, it's fine. That's on you, Mikey Woofy. Get your internet checked. Anyhow, I made a tweet a while back talking about how much I missed MineZ. Now, I want to clarify, this is not MineZ. Before I continue. MineZ, if you don't know, was a really old game mode for Minecraft that I played a long time ago. It was a sort of supposed to be a spoof on Daisy, as the name implies. And it was a fun little thing. I loved playing it as a kid, but I went back to it recently because it is still around, and it was not fun. MineZ. First off, it's not in its heyday, so there's not a lot of players. And I very quickly realized that MineZ was not much of anything without players to keep it going. I mean, I was playing on the official Shopbo server that currently exists still, and because there's no players playing anymore, I really saw how flawed the game mode is. There's not a lot of content to it. It's a lot of just walking around, a lot of empty walking, and it's really easy. I mean, there's some like high-level dungeons and stuff later in the game, but without the threat of players, it's just not a lot of fun. So that was sad. You know, I was going to do a stream series on it, but I ended up pushing that away. And I made a tweet, and I mentioned that I was missing MineZ, and somebody said, well, make your own MineZ, Sophie. Now, I wasn't going to do that for the reasons I just talked about. MineZ is a very flawed game mode, but it did get me thinking about making a unique game mode for Minecraft. One that kind of had these ideas that I was waiting for. And so I, along with Duke's help, came up with this idea. And the idea is CouplesCraft Apocalypse will be a custom Minecraft game mode, which will be a marriage of the gameplay systems of MineZ and Escape from Tarkov As y'all probably know, I really like Escape from Tarkov. I love its gameplay loop, but it's also got a crazy learning curve. And, you know, not a lot of my audience connects with Tarkov because of that learning curve and because of the atmosphere above it. And so CouplesCraft Apocalypse is going to combine the sort of the gameplay loop of Mindsy and Tarkov and fit it with Minecraft. I'm not going to be making the server as a sort of just Tarkov stuffed in. So before we continue, there are no guns in my CouplesCraft Apocalypse. There's no guns. There's no, I don't know. What else would there be? There's no, that's the main one, isn't it? Guns in Minecraft are stupid. So before you hear this Tarkov Minecraft idea, just know I very much like what Minecraft is doing from an aesthetic point of view, and I want to keep that going. So CouplesCraft Apocalypse is going to be set in a future, in a future situation of Minecraft where all of the apocalypses happened. Similar to the story of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, another game that I really like. This is going to be set in a world where just a bunch of apocalypses all happened at once. And this is the future of CouplesCraft. This is going to be set in the same technical world. So the idea is that the map will have a lot of old landmarks and stuff from the original server, excuse me, on top of a bunch more. So let me open up. I would like to show you all the development board, because there is a lot of mechanics to go through. I'm not going to spend a ton of time actually looking at the what's it called? What's the freaking thing called? I'll show you and you'll get it. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Also, Duke made this for the stream, and I just thought it was very cute, and I wanted to show it off. It was going to be the corner art, but it was too late for me to put it in. So I could put it in right now. I'm not going to, because we got stuff to go through. And if I break the momentum, then we're never going to finish it. So this is the development roadmap. That's the word I was looking for CouplesCraft Apocalypse. As you can see, I have it labeled. Green is completed, completely done and implemented. Yellow is a work in progress, which can mean anything that is 20% complete or more. Orange is barely implemented, which means the system is there, but I haven't actually made anything. And not yet started means it literally has not been touched. So let's just start from top to bottom, because there's a lot to go through here. The server game mode is going to be called Apocalypse. CouplesCraft is the prefix. Apocalypse is the actual game mode. So theoretically, if we ever wanted to branch out into more game modes, Apocalypse would be the name of the game mode. It's a server running on paper. This server is going to be mod-free. CouplesCraft 1 required Optifine. This will not. This will be completely mod-free. You can play on a freaking school computer and still connect. So there is going to be a lot of content that will make this game what it is, but let's go through the big ones. So everything in the purple here is plugins, and there's a lot of plugins that make all this work, including some proprietary ones. There is a stealth system, which I'll show off later in the stream, because this is implemented. As you can see, it's green. We've got a stealth system, an injury system, which is a simple, there's chances to get bleeding and broken limb effects, which can be patched up in game. There's going to be a thirst system, which is going to be a basic way of adding another layer of player management. There's going to be backpacks. I'm hoping to limit the actual starting player inventory, but I don't know if we can do that just yet. But backpacks are implemented. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. The parts that I really want to show off here is if we go down the mechanics line here, down here in Mythic Crucible, you can see we have completely custom items / reworked melee. So this is where a lot of development has gone into so far. Now, I don't have a ton of concepts just yet, but swords are actually done. I can mark this as green. I just forgot to. So reworked melee is exactly what it sounds like. I have talked about a combo system in Minecraft for a while, back in CouplesCraft 1, but I never ended up implementing it. I finally got the urge to complete that little project, and I have developed what I think is a genuinely better melee system for Minecraft. I will get into the details later, but essentially, weapons are no longer laser beams that you have to be very close to an enemy to hit things with. They actually have horizontal attacks, similar to the sweeping edge attack, but anything caught in that arc will take damage. And to avoid, because in Minecraft, if you have a ping advantage, you have a combat advantage. That's solved by doing what most games do for their melee. And when you attack, there's actually a few ticks of game time where your attack is registered. So if an enemy runs into you and you lag, you're still going to hit them. Very handy. But it's a combo system. It's actually based on Minecraft Dungeons' combo system. With a bit of inspiration from Warhammer Darktide, which I've been playing a lot of. I will be showing this off because these swords are done. The melee rework is done for swords. The plan is to have every type of weapon have their own combo set. So currently there is horizontal attacks and stabs with the sword. There's going to be more attack types, but that's what we currently have. I can't wait to show that off. This is what I'm most excited about. But you might have taken a look at the left here. The only way to make a custom melee system work in Minecraft is with custom enemies. So we're going to have a bunch of different custom enemies. Most of the Minecraft mob roster is going to be covered, and they are all going to be different. They're all going to be completely customized for the atmosphere of the world. So, for example, zombies are going to have several different variants. We actually have an idea for the map currently. We're thinking of having it's going to be a circular map. It's going to be very large with 4 distinct zones with forests connecting them. Those zones are going to be an ice-themed area, a nether-themed area, a robot-type themed area, and a plague-themed area. These are our what's the word? Those are zones. I was looking for a word. I don't know. And then the forest is connecting them all. So for the zombies, which is what we've currently been working on, they are going to have different alts for all these different areas, and the alts will have different abilities. Duke's actually worked up some concept art for these guys to show you what we mean. So for example, in this plague area, there's going to be, there could be spider zombies that are full of spider eggs, and they pop when you kill them. There's these zombies that are absorbed by a fungus or radiation. These are the nether area zombies. They're covered in ash, and they turn into ash when they die. We got some robotic zombies. This one's taken over by Skulk. And we got some cute frozen zombies. We've also got concepts for skeleton enemies. Just a few here, not quite as many variants, but just a lot of different ideas. This one's throwing a bone. This one's fucked up, half spider. You might have noticed on this page, we've got this guy in the corner who's got 2 heads. One of the aspects of the apocalypse that we're going to talk about is the world has basically got a black hole in the center that's mixing everything up. And that'll actually be in the map. As you get closer to the center, the different zones are going to start to combine and become more and more unified. And the mobs have had that happen to them too. So a lot of the mobs are going to be mixed together and kind of grunkled up. So we got a skeleton, a fucked up version of the skeleton jockey, if you want to call it that here. But yeah, a lot of different ideas here. I love this concept art that Duke has created. And yes, as Duke said, we're going to be remaking their fighting mechanics because skeletons are annoying to fight, and I'm revamping all of the melee anyways. Back to the diagram, though. So that's the 2 big ones. Completely reworked melee system and custom enemies. I cannot wait to show how this works because I have the zombie half ready, most of the way ready, and I have the swords done. So I get to actually show y'all what this is going to look like in the end. Also, yes, Krampus is on here. I don't know where there's Krampus. We're going to add Krampus because Krampus never ended up happening in CouplesCraft. This enemy roster is not going to be limited exclusively to enemies that were found in vanilla Minecraft, but that's the kind of theme we want to hit generally. But yes, we fixed the animation bugs on Krampus. It's very exciting. If you're interested in the plugins that we're using to make this work, they are all listed here. Everything that is currently on the server is in this document, which I'll be making public after the stream. Grillbot, yeah, so we're thinking the robot area could be themed after Grillbots. Little robot apocalypse. Don't have it quite meshed out just yet. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do mechanically before we can worry about story stuff in the map. This is ordered in terms of what needs to be done first. So as you can see, all these plugins are almost done being implemented, and they lead off into other things that need to get implemented. We need to do the enemies in the melee, before we can do the map, because everything is going to be so tightly tied together. But yeah, custom looting stuff. We have custom crafting recipes, loot tables. There's a backpack system. This thing called Ender Plus, which is going to be your stash, similar to Tarkov. There's an economy system, which leads me into talking about our NPCs. So we don't have all of our NPCs figured out just yet. We haven't quite got to that point because I still need to implement Bet and Quest, which is the main thing that makes them function. But we do have ideas for them. So NPCs are going to work similar to Tarkov traders in that they will give you quests and trading offers. So you can trade currency in-game, or you can trade items to get specific items. We have a bunch of junk items to work as trading items. So you're not just going to be finding, fish and swords in loot. We actually have a bunch of junk that I can show off later on. But yeah, the idea is to give you daily quests, long-form quests, shop inventories, and trading. So what I mean by daily and long-form quests is daily quests are going to happen, as the name implies, daily. They're going to be randomized, whereas long-form quests are planned to be made as, they're going to be set up so different NPCs will actually have stories to them, and you'll be able to talk to them and go through a little quest line that they have, and they'll tell you to do specific stuff that never changes. So to talk a little bit more about what this game mode is going to be and look like, similar to Escape from Tarkov, the game mode is going to wipe. We are not sure how often just yet. We need to do play testing to find the balance for that, but we're thinking every couple of months. Players are going to be able to purchase a plot of land, which you can actually build on to make your sort of hideout, like in Tarkov, but you'll actually get to build it. You'll actually get to see it and build it and see other players. There's going to be a hub area with districts where players can go to look at other people's houses, that sort of thing. But resources are going to be very rare because in the overworld, there will be no building. Building will be completely disabled in the overworld. In order to get blocks, you're going to have to find them by looting and then bring them back to your stash to continue, or you're going to have to do some alternative stuff like shopping or some other stuff that we haven't gotten into just yet. But yeah, blocks for building are going to be completely locked in that way. So it's going to create an interesting resource management system. For example, let's say you're on a trip and you find a seed. That's huge because a seed is going to fill up an inventory slot. But if you can manage to get it home, if you can manage to get it home, that means you can grow more food. We are going to be disabling infinite generation of stuff, so crops are going to be limited on how much you can get back. You're not going to get infinite seeds back. Same thing with cobblestone generators. We're hopefully going to make it so that's limited and the lava will eventually run out, just to prevent people from having infinite loot, because that wouldn't work with the game mode idea. Does that mean no underground bases? It does on Old Man Henderson. I'm sorry, but it does. But I will show off how the base works later. Duke, I don't know if basements are allowed, actually. It depends on how we design it. We'll see. But yeah, so other ideas, other points to note. Regeneration of health is going to be disabled in the overworld. What that means is when you're in the world, if you take damage, that's permanent unless you can find something to heal it. So food is not going to heal you anymore. You still need to eat in order to not starve. But in order to heal, you actually have to find medical supplies. That's where our stealth system comes into play. It's going to be a lot of very tense gameplay. If this is made in the way we want it to be, it's going to be a very tense experience, a lot higher skill ceiling, a lot higher difficulty than vanilla Minecraft. But we're hoping to get that balance between tense moments and, that feeling of victory when you manage to get stuff home. So the way the actual spawning and such, the way the game mode is going to work, when you first log into the server, you're going to go through a short tutorial and then enter the hub area where everybody lives. All the NPCs are there and everybody's bases are there. In the middle of that area, there's going to be a portal which you can walk through, and you will be spawned in a random place on the overworld. And the overworld will have extracts similar to Tarkov, which will be marked with glowing beacons because unmarked extracts are stupid. So you won't have to worry about memorizing the map. You'll be able to actually follow the beacon in the sky to know where you have to go to leave. So that will help a lot with, people who are just getting started. But it'll have that same loop of entering the world, trying not to die, getting out, and keeping your stuff. We'll be giving daily chests, so if you die a lot and you run out of loot, you can still, get stuff. But that's the plan. We have some concept art for our NPCs. None of this is finalized. I want to clarify. These are all just this is just concept art, but different NPCs with different things that they focus on. Fashion guy is something we don't have a name for them. But fashion guy is something to point out here. This will be having, this game mode will have cosmetics. We have a cosmetic plugin that we found, which is super handy. We can give you hats, backpacks, all sorts of different stuff. It's going to be great. And so I'm going to be hosting a lot of development streams where I make cosmetics. Potentially going to be opening up donations for you to add your own cosmetic into the game. And if you donate for it, of course, you'll get it for free in-game permanently. On top of that, there will be other cosmetic things you can get besides the actual cosmetics. We're going to have titles, similar to CouplesCraft. The way titles and cosmetics are going to work is you are going to keep them in between wipes. So the game is going to wipe your progress. That means your base and your loot will disappear, as well as your currency. But things like cosmetics and titles are going to stick around in between wipes. So you have something to continually progress towards. For example, at the beginning of every wipe, if you play, you'll get a title for free that tells everybody, hey, you've been to the first wipe. You know, you were here on day 1 or on the second wipe, etc. And you can keep that. So like 5 months down the line or 10 wipes, 20 wipes down the line, whatever, you can walk around and show, yeah, I've been here since day 1, that sort of thing. But yeah, a lot of different concepts, a lot of different ideas that we're going through. But that's sort of the idea. A marriage of Minecraft and Tarkov, you know, Mindsy, that sort of idea. Can you share bases? No, but we have a system to sort of help with that. So people can come into your base. They won't be able to access your items because there's a balance issue in there. However, we're going to be having the way the hub is going to work is we're going to have sections. There's going to be sort of districts. They're going to be color coded. So there's going to be 4 or 5 different colors, and you can choose which district you want to go to. And then within those districts, there's going to be smaller like neighborhoods, so to speak. So if you want to base up with your friend, you can choose. There's going to be a ton of plots to choose from. Ideally, this server will support quite a few players. You know, several hundred per wipe, like not at the same time, obviously, but generally speaking. But yeah, there'll be fun things too. Like if you get in early, you can get one of the plots that are near the center of the map. So your house is nice and on display and everybody can see how fancy you are. And you know, how much you've been playing. Will there be a housing crisis like Final Fantasy XIV? Ideally not. We have talked a lot about making sure there's enough plots. There's going to be ways to transport around them, and there should be enough to serve as many players as we end up getting. That shouldn't be an issue. I think I've pretty much talked about everything I need to in terms of what the game mode is going to look like, but this is a lot of promises. I would like to show y'all what the game is actually looking like currently, because it exists. It's not quite in a playable state, but there's a lot of stuff implemented, and I want to show it off. Specifically the combat, because I'm so proud of it. So let me go ahead and open up Minecraft real quick. It's good combat. Yeah, it is. I'm really, really excited to show this off. So as I said, this server is going to be mod free. You will not need any mods. However, there are some quality of life mods that you can install that will help out along the way. People who played CouplesCraft might remember that custom mobs were kind of choppy looking. That's because the way those custom mobs worked is the custom models were being placed on top of armor stands, which were teleporting. But Minecraft has a tick rate maximum of 20 ticks per second. No, this is not going to require Optifine, Val. Thank you for asking. No Optifine required. Literally no mods. You can play this on a school computer. But yeah, y'all may remember that they were a bit choppy. There is a quality of life mod that I have found and installed for myself, so you can see it today, that unlocks that frame rate. So custom mobs are actually going to be able to be 60 FPS finally. And you'll get to see that in here because the custom zombie we have is animated currently. Again, everything you see is subject to change, so the zombie is going to look and feel different by the end of this. Animations are going to change. The actual model is going to change because I want to make everything look very distinct, as if an apocalypse has happened. Currently, it's just the regular zombie model, but reanimated. And I did the animation, so they're definitely going to change because I'm not an animator. Duke's being nice to me. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I'm like excited. I'm talking myself out. I'm not taking breaks to breathe. Sorry, I'm opening Minecraft. It's taking its sweet time right now. In the apocalypse, zombies will have worse genes. Sodium heads rejoice. Yeah, no Optifine is required. It's a little extra work on our part, but it's so worth it. It is so worth it. Backwards compatibility. Yes, Duke just asked. The server has something called Via version. If you were keen-eyed during the whatever the fuck it's called, what the hell? I keep forgetting the name. The gameplay stuff the development roadmap. That's the word. The roadmap. If you're paying close attention, you might have seen a little plugin called Via version as well as Via backwards. What that plugin does is it actually adds backwards and forwards compatibility to the server, meaning you will not actually need a 1.19 version of Minecraft to play this. Theoretically, you could play on 1.16 if you're still on that version, in case you have some local mods that you like to keep. Okay, Minecraft is finally opened. God, I am so out of breath. I'm talking too quick. I got ADHD, y'all. Let's all relax and join CouplesCraft Apocalypse. So everything here is completely unbeautiful. This is my testing area. I did not make this map. This is a generic apocalypse map that I downloaded for testing to show off how everything looks. I'm gonna de-equip this and take off my armor real quick. So just to show off how some stuff works, these are the plots. They're probably gonna look different by the end of it, but this is the idea. You will get a space of land to work in. Let me de-op myself, actually. I'm gonna de-op myself. I am currently a player, but this is how it'll work for you. You right-click this and you now own the plot. And you get your plot for free, but you can only ever have one. And if I try and... I need a pickaxe. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta cheat myself a pickaxe. There we go. As you can see, if I try to break out here, doesn't work. Can't break that block. But if I go inside, I can break the blocks. But I can't go any deeper. But this will let you change your floor, essentially. And then you can build, I believe the height limit is around 12 blocks or something. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is just basic world guard stuff, though. This is nothing exciting. Let me re-op myself. If I have power. Let me show off our NPC system. So this is Testgilla, my testing NPC themed after Tagilla from, what's it frickin' called? Tarkov. So we are using Betonquest, which you can see if you look at the chat right now, which is a little covered by my face. Hang on, let me move my face out of the way. As you can see in the bottom left corner there, we have a conversation menu. Now, I think Socks uses this. You may have seen this before. I believe Socks uses Betonquest. So this may be familiar to you, but if you don't know, I am maneuvering this menu with my mouse wheel right now. I can also use the W and S keys, excuse me, so up and down movement. As you can see, I'm not moving around. And I can select things, so I can talk to him. I can say, what is up? And he says, I killing guys all the time. And I can leave. And this is a bit of a work in progress, so I have to run a command, but bear with me. He's also got a very basic shop. So if I say buy and sell me things, a shop opens up, and I can see this sword. It costs $200. I buy it. And now we have a sword, but I'm going to save that for later to show y'all how that works. Oh, you probably also have noticed the thirst meter on my screen. Thirst is mostly implemented. There's just a couple issues. It's conflicting with the bleed plugin that I had commissioned, and every time I take damage from dehydration, I also start bleeding. So that's got to get fixed. These are some work-in-progress loot containers. They are not representative of what you'll actually find for loot, but they are here just to show off how they work. This is, say, a common food chest. You right-click it. Oh, there's a carrot and an apple in here. I take those out, open it again. It's still empty. You have 19 minutes until more loot comes in. But if I just quickly set this as... Hang on. I have to figure out the commands. There we go. If I reset this so it instantly reloads, every time I open it, new stuff. Potato, beetroot, carrot. And if I put something in it, if it reloads while it's in it, it will disappear. However, because they normally have a 20-minute timer, that's not going to be an issue. I'm gonna reset that. But yeah, and they all work like this. Armor, you see, has random durabilities on it, so you can craft them together to fix them, that sort of thing. And also, yes, as you can see, if you haven't run out of time, you can reopen them and the stuff is still in there. So if you're playing with another friend, if you're worried about not being able to loot together, I can't remember what setting I have, but I believe loot is actually limited per player for balance reasons. That being said, because of the size of the map, you're probably not going to run into a lot of other players. This does remind me, I didn't talk about this earlier, but this is going to be a PvPvE game mode, just like Tarkov, meaning... Hi, Ellie! Thank you for the raid! Hello! I'm explaining CouplesCraft Apocalypse right now, which is a custom Minecraft game mode that I'm currently developing. But anyways, so there will be PvP and PvE, because the amount of players is, admittedly, it's not going to be massive. Let's just be honest. This community is not freaking Dream TikTok, etc. We're not going to have 1 billion players on the server. So you're not going to see a lot of players, but we do have stuff in progress to encourage players meeting up together. For example, thank you for the resub, Ellie. We're going to have a boss system which is not implemented. I can't show it off yet. But we're gonna have a boss system where bosses are actually listed in the chat with their coordinates, and you can go fight the boss for a potential great reward. But because the coordinates are publicly broadcasted, everybody is gonna go and try and fight it, or at least a lot of players, which will encourage, you know, PvP and that sort of thing. PvP is gonna be encouraged but not mandatory. You can still befriend people that you meet in the world. I'm not gonna get angry at you. But I know my community, and I know that a lot of y'all aren't going to want to PvP. So PvP is possible, encouraged, but not mandatory in any way whatsoever. And the game is balanced around PvE being the main experience. That being said, the new combat system absolutely works for PvP, and I've tried it with Duke, and it's actually quite a bit of fun. Okay, I've fucked around long enough. I think it's time to show off the new PvP. Sorry, PvE. The new combat. So, right off the bat, you see when I swing my sword, you may notice that the sweeping edge effect appears. This does not happen in vanilla Minecraft unless you actually hit an enemy. So that is completely changed. Let me go ahead and summon a zombie. So this is just a vanilla Minecraft zombie. The animations are from a mod I'm using. Don't worry about that. This is a vanilla Minecraft zombie. As you can see, it takes damage even though I'm not looking at it. And that is because I actually have a range that my attack will hit. Another thing is, if I have shitty ping for some reason, if I swing my sword, you just saw it there, I missed it first, and it walked into it. You have 5 ticks for it to walk in. You might have just seen that third attack had a different effect there. That's because this thing has a combo of 3. This sword has a 3-hit combo that is horizontal, horizontal, and stab. And the 2 horizontal attacks will deal 4 damage, as you can see there. Whereas the stab... Hang on, I missed. Does 7 damage. You also see that I'm taking a lot of damage. Hang on, I might have to extend the range on that stab, but that's fine. Actually, I don't, because the hitbox on that guy's not who we're going to be fighting. We're going to be fighting these guys. Oh, that one's just walking around. Okay, it despawned. No, it walked around the corner. This is a contraption I have to show off how the... Hang on. Well, here's our new guy. Oh, here he is. This is a custom zombie. He ran after us, and he found us. So this is how the combat works. They run a lot faster. However, they get stunned when they get hit, as long as the damage is enough. You can't just punch them, as you can see here. So the way the combat works is they are a lot faster, but the new combat system gives you some leeway into actually hitting them. They'll be stunned when you hit them the first time, which you can then use to finish them off. Get this regular zombie. This regular zombie doesn't mean shit to me.
Time set day.
I'm time set in day, which is fine, because as you're about to see, these zombies don't burn in the daytime, the custom ones. Now, you see this guy doesn't see us. If I crouch up, this is our stealth system. Oh, he came up to us. He idled towards us. That wasn't him chasing us. You can also see the blue streaks there. That is a example of that's their range. So if I fight this guy and I back up, you can see I just barely squeezed out of the range and I died. And you saw a brief image. Let me kill these guys so I don't die as soon as I spawn in. Briefly, you would have seen my corpse there. Let me show this off. This is the corpse system. Items don't just drop loosely. Your corpse is here for 2 minutes. So... you're never getting your items back because they're only around for 2 minutes, and the chances of you spawning in the same place is negligible. I'm gonna put my netherite armor back on, which you're never getting, by the way. Netherite items are not gonna be in this server because I fucking hate them. But yeah, I'm wooden bones, I know. So let me show off the stealth. Let me block this up so you can see properly when they notice us. I'm gonna lock them in, and we'll just see when they aggro on us. Oh, you may have noticed different stack sizes as well. That's another looting thing. Blocks will only stack up to 16. I'm in creative, so I have that overridden. Food all has custom stack sizes. I'll show those off later. But this is to prevent you just from stacking up 64 food. Because loot is supposed to be scarce in this, we have completely custom stack sizes for literally every item in the game. It took me a very long time to do that. I had to go to every item. There's a lot of items in Minecraft, and I had to set a new stack size for all of them. Anyways, let me lock this in. We're going to... I don't need to do it big. Here, actually, we'll use these. Okay. They shouldn't be able to get out from there, actually. And I'm just going to make sure they can see us from there. So I'm going to spawn one. Way back in here. Why are you taking damage? Why are you taking damage? I don't know why that happened. What the oh, I think their hitbox is too big for this. I think I made their hitbox slightly bigger than what it should be. This is on me. Hang on. Oh, I can't put that there. This should be fine, right? It probably won't explode if I put them here. We'll make a little box for them. Sorry about that. Hey! What the hell? There. Let me kill this guy. Alright. Charlotte, thank you for the resub! You woke up to this? Hell yeah. Oh yeah! Everybody! Charlotte in chat is the developer of our two proprietary plugins, Injured and Splinter. That is our Injury plugin and our Stealth plugin. So I'm gonna show off the Stealth plugin. Oh right, we have to see if he sees us. Hang on. Can you see through blocks? I don't know if he can see through blocks. He cannot see through blocks. How am I gonna show this off? Hang on. Hang on. This is gonna be tough to I did wrong game mode. This is gonna be tough to show off. But I need to prove to you that there is a stealth system in this. I need to. Okay. So, I have this marked. This is how long it is. So, as you can see, if I walk up to the zombie, good old regular Minecraft style, they haven't noticed me. They haven't noticed me. They haven't noticed me. Oh, they just noticed me right about there. Okay? Hang on. Woo. I haven't hit with a single stab yet, and I'm so sorry. I gotta show that off. I promise the stab works. So if I go ahead and sprint up now, so I'm sprinting, as you can see. If I sprint up, boom, they did see me, they just took a weird path. So they can see you from twice as far when you're sprinting. Or at least that's what I believe I have it set to. So if I sprint up, again, I'll show this off. Boom, they've already noticed me. So sprinting is gonna get you caught in this. But on the opposite end, crouching, you're going way off your testing area, but crouch. Oh, they don't see us. You walk. Oh, so close. They don't even know we're here. Oh, they might know we're here. They might figure it out in a second. I believe you can get into about 4 block range with crouching. Boom, they just saw us. And then we go in for the attack. Yeah, a lot of effects work on the zombies. I've been working a lot on them. So if I spawn another one, I just want to show off everything I've done. So the plan is, as you attack these guys, their skin is going to sort of slough off, and you'll see them get more and more bloodied up and fucked up. I have a very basic version of that in their head. Let me get this guy to about half health. Stop hitting me. You can see his face is chopped off there. There's a little bit of skull poking out. The idea is the more damage you deal, the more skull you'll be able to see. You'll have an idea of how much damage you've dealt. Let me finish you off. And let me show, I promise these stabs do damage. There we go. 9 damage with the stab. With a diamond sword, that is. So the weapons are all balanced for the amount of attacks it takes in a combo to do. So let me give myself all the different sword types. And I already have a diamond sword. We are not doing netherite, as I said, because I don't like netherite. So if I spawn a zombie into the game, 1 hit. Oh, it didn't stun. Oh no, hang on. You know why he didn't stun? I gotta fix that. I just was tweaking the damage numbers, and they only stun if you do 3 damage, and it's doing 2.9 because of Minecraft's weird armor mechanics. It's supposed to do 3 damage. Hang on, I'm gonna change the code right now. No, I'm not. Let me just heal up, and that's not the right one. Where's my golden apples? Here we go. Nice sword models. Thank you. These are not actually necessary these are not going to be implemented by default. These are my just personal sword models. I just made these myself about a year ago. So let me spawn a zombie. I'm just going to show if you hit all your attacks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 6 total hits with this if you're hitting your stabs. And remember, your stabs do extra damage with the swords. With a stone sword, you come after me. 5 hits. So you don't need that last stab. That also means, if my math is correct, let's say you don't get your stabs in. It should still just be 4, maybe 5, or yeah, 5 horizontal attacks. 6. Okay, 6 horizontal attacks. I had my math wrong. Regardless. Iron sword. 1, 2, 3. And just an extra hit. Just boom. And if you manage to get the diamond sword, you can take out a regular zombie in one combo. That does just about 20 health, which is how much health they have. These damage numbers won't be visible in the final version, I don't think. I don't know, I kind of like them. I might keep them. I kind of like them. These were for testing, but I kind of like these damage numbers. This guy's got armor. You can't see it because they're not supposed to have armor. But yeah, this is the completely revamped combat. If you've got a good enough weapon, you can take him out quick. But if you're stuck with like a stone sword, which for the most part of the game you probably will be, you kind of have to kite them. You have to be smart about it. And I'm also showing you single zombies. You don't know if that's the default sword swing sound, but it seems punchier and better than usual. It is the default sword swing sound, but I agree. It sounds punchier. And I think it's because it is the thing that's doing the damage. In vanilla Minecraft, that sword swipe only does damage to... it'll only do damage to, like a little bit of damage. But I think... the way the zombies stand makes them look caked up. They're crouching. Don't make fun of my animations. I'm an amateur. But yeah, that's the default one. The sounds are... Oh, you just spawned right there. The sounds are supposed to get progressively higher pitched as you get through your combo. However, Minecraft already randomizes the swing sound effect pitch, so I have to manually re-add it without the randomization. That's fine, I can do that. You might have noticed combat mode in the top. That's to prevent combat logging. So currently, if you log out of the game while you're in the middle of a fight, you'll actually have an NPC that gets spawned where you were standing. And if anybody kills it, you die. So don't log out in the middle of a fight. You want me to join? No, that's okay. Well, yeah, sure, if you want. Wait, actually, can you? No, yeah, you have the IP. Yeah, go ahead and join, darling, and I'll show that off. But yeah, we're gonna. That's an anti-combat log feature. If you've ever been on a PvP-focused Minecraft server, you may have experienced that before. That's just to make sure that people aren't cheating, essentially. We don't want that. I was considering being mean and making it if you logged out at any point in the overworld, you would die. However, people sometimes lose connection, so I wanted to give you some leeway. But yeah, again, I didn't make this map. I want to make that very clear. This is for testing purposes only. But the final map is going to be very large, very walkable, but very large. It's going to have different zones with different unique loot. Speaking of loot, I should show off... Back here. I should show off the custom loot that we made. So if I go into... Oh god, what's it called? What's it called? Custom crafting. If I go into... Oh god. It's not how you spell menu. How do I open the menu? I opened it. If I go into here, you can see my item list. We have a junk section. This is a bunch of pixel art that I made. I made all of these, and I'm pretty proud of a few of them, and some of them don't look so good. But these are the junk items that we currently have in the game. So these are going to be similar to Tarkov's junk items. If you've never played, the idea is they all have different values, and get the fuck out of here. You'll be able to use them, some of them in crafting recipes, but all of them in trading offers with what are they called? NPCs. So, for example, if we have a blacksmith NPC, which we do plan on having, they might take this metal scrap over here or these iron poles. They might take those for a specific item. So you can't just pay money for everything. The heart looks so good. Yes, this Duke made this one. I think this is the only thing Duke explicitly made. Darling, you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, Duke helped on a few things. Specifically, I actually don't know what you helped on. I can't remember. We did this ages ago. The nails, that's what you helped with. Nails. This one is a big one. Duke made this look better. Because my version of the nails looked bad. My Minecraft won't work. Duke's Minecraft won't work. That's okay. My Minecraft won't. That's okay. But yeah, let me show all these off. This is the tool set. This is literally ripped from Escape from Tarkov, but I was just so happy with how the pixel art came out that I kept it. This is a door hinge. A lot of this is just useless junk. This is redstone machinery, which is something you'll find when you kill robots that will be taken by some of the scientist NPCs. Experiment remains, something you can find in the ice eye area. We're thinking of having a lot of sort of underground research bases. So this is something you might find in there. We got just a regular cup. Oops. We got a iron pole. We have metal scrap here. We have a gilded ornament, which is just a gold little egg. We have ruined armor, which is straight up a sprite from RuneScape, but I just thought it was really funny. And it's the only, this is the odd one out of everything in here. Duke like made fun of me for it because it looks so different.
Still gonna make fun of you.
It's so different. It's the odd one out, but it's so funny. So I kept it. We have a pot here, just a regular old pot, which is, as you can maybe tell, it's a squashed bucket from Minecraft. We have a redstone servo, which is some random shit I made. It's not meant to be anything, but it's more robot junk. We have an embalming tool, which is the worst sprite in this entire bunch. I made this one, but it's sort of like a Skyrim reference. We have a linen wrap, another little Skyrim reference type item there. We have a jar of ash, which is some loot you can find in the nether area. We have a bone necklace, which is sort of a generic junk, which I'll talk about the purposes of later. Dull blade here, another just piece of random stuff. Leather strips, nails, a minecart wheel. Hi, darling.
Hi.
An explosive charge, which is a little TNT block. It's kind of hard to see at this size, but it says TNT written on there. It's very small. A piston actuator, which is the little pole thing on the piston. A vial. Some fried redstone circuits, which as you can see is a broken repeater. Panacea, another thing you can find in the research places. Research notes, medical tools. So happy with how this sprite came out, by the way. This one took me the longest, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. A gear, which needs some reworking. I don't love this sprite. A charred skull, a quill, crossbow string, a handsaw, an ancient tablet, another nether specific loot item. Expired medicine, an inkwell, and a kettle. That is all the junk we currently have in the game. If you're looking, they all have descriptions. They also have tiers. There's gray is your generic tier, and these will stack up to 4. You've got your blue and yellow is medium, and blue is rare, and those will both only stack into a single item. As you can see, these won't stack. So that's all the junk items. There's a ton of them, but it's necessary to give a robust trading system. Let me show off. What were we showing off? Oh yeah, if you log out in combat. Ow. Fuck you. Now log out. Oh, it didn't work. Oops. I think it's because we're opt.
Oh, I am off.
Yeah, rejoin. I think it's because we're opt. It didn't work. Let me de-op me. And then I'll de-op you. Now rejoin. Okay, let's try that one again.
Wait, hold on. I need...
Oh yeah, I guess you're gonna need it. Here, take some redstone machinery. Take some garbage. Take some junk. Okay, you ready? Die. Now get out of here. It didn't work. Okay, it's broken. Never mind. It's supposed to, but it's broken right now. Excuse me. But at least you can see the corpses. Hiya! Why didn't that... Hang on. I gotta extend the stab reach. It's not working very well. Stop backing up from me. I'm coming after you. Oh my god, why is this not hitting? There we go. There we go. Not a lot of testing has been done. Oh, there's your what the hell? Something's busted. Your NPC's here now. I don't know what happened there. Told you it worked. This looks so fun, but you're ass at Minecraft and you're bad at communication. Well, good news. This is mostly going to be a single-player experience, so communication isn't an issue. And also, this is not Minecraft. This is a very different experience. You don't have to be good at Minecraft to be good at this. Like, get away while I'm explaining how you came into existence. I killed my own husband. I mean, it's fine. It's like a regular Saturday. But yeah, this is the plan. I showed off the stealth system. I will show off the bleed effect real quick. Now, this is a little bit broken. It currently procs instantly almost because of a glitch. I'm getting it worked out with Charlie. That's already planned on being patched up, but let me re-enable it. I have it disabled to just avoid that glitch right now, but I can at least show off how it works. Charlie and we devised a way to make it very visceral using vanilla Minecraft sound effects that we handpicked. Let me go ahead and reactivate this. All right, I gotta reload the server. This is gonna kick me. Give it a sec. It's just loading. It's got to reload everything now. You're compiling a fix for that right now? Awesome! Yeah, it's a super simple fix. Essentially what's happening is in order to make my enemies attack, I actually have to cancel the attack event of a vanilla Minecraft mob. And what's happening is what we think is happening anyway. Obviously, we don't know this for certain. But what we think is happening is the plugin is the bleed plugin is checking every time even though the event is getting canceled in like the millisecond before the actual cancellation of the event happens. A lot of technical talk to say there's just plugins conflicting, but we can add a fix just to check that the player was actually damaged before applying the bleed. So speaking of the bleed, let me show this off. I'll summon a regular zombie. This works with any damage source, unless we explicitly specify we don't want it to, like fire damage won't cause it, for example. There we go. So I got bleeding effect. I am losing health. And if you listen, you can hear the bleed. It's really gross. And I love it. This is the slime block push sound effect, if memory serves. And then you can get a bandage and right click, and you can see you are no longer bleeding. I'm no longer bleeding out. So I'll let that happen again. A little bit of blood shows up on your screen, little redstone. It's very visceral, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Let me show off the broken leg, the leg break. Let's fly up onto this roof, and then we'll just take a little tumble down. And I broke my leg, and now you can see we're very slow. Our screen shakes a little bit. Our leg is broken. We are all fucked up. And if we slowly hop over, hang on. I gotta, I don't have any splints. Hang on. We're just gonna take the code for this, and we're gonna give ourselves a splint to patch that up. I need a stick with name of splint. Oh god, my inventory's full. Give it back. There we go. My leg is no longer broken, and I can move just fine again. But yeah, the Minecraft sound, or sorry, the sound effect we use for the bleeding is indeed the honey block sound effects. It is so gross. Leveling at acrobatics so slow. But yeah, I am super excited about all of this. A lot of moving parts are working. Let me show off backpacks. I haven't shown that off yet. So as I said, I'm hoping to limit the inventory size because currently the default Minecraft inventory size is so big that looting is going to be pretty easy, even with the limited item stack sizes that I've implemented. I can show those stack sizes off, actually. If I go ahead and give Sophie Baby dirt 56, you could say they go into stacks of 16. So blocks are limited to 16 at a time. You can't overstack or anything. If you craft it, can dirt craft into anything? Hang on. Give myself some planks. If you craft it, this is not gonna work. You can do sticks. Here we go. Sticks go into 4 at a time. You can see they all split for you in the inventory. These numbers aren't 100% set in stone, but that's the idea, is to prevent that. But again, I'm hoping to limit the total inventory size at some point. I think there's some plugins to do that, but I'm not entirely sure. That being said, let me show off backpacks. So backpacks are going to come in different tiers. I've only got the one right now. They're all implemented. I just don't have them on hand. And backpacks are an item you keep in your inventory. And when you right-click it, it has a certain amount of slots. And you can just open it up and put stuff in there. Let me, give me more acacia blocks. Toss some freaking planks in here. I don't know. As you can see, hang on. You cannot overstack in the backpack. Don't think about cheating. Drop it, whatever, I leave, whatever, I come back. Oh, look, it's still in there. What if I have 2 backpacks? You cannot. It takes a second, but yeah, you cannot hold 2 backpacks. It locks you in place, and it yells at you. But this one has the stuff, this one doesn't. They're separated. But yeah, so you can only have 1 backpack at a time, but they're going to come in different sizes, so that'll help with expanding your total inventory size. Can you craft healing items? Yeah, so almost certainly. You'll either be able to craft or buy them from traders. I have to work on the specifics of that because we still have to actually develop all the enemies and stuff and see how the gameplay loop works before I start going down on crafting recipes and that sort of thing. because I need to make sure everything is balanced properly. Balancing is very important in a game like this, because this idea that I want of having that balance between tense gameplay but also approachable gameplay is difficult. I need to balance every single step of the way to make it all work. But so far, I'm really happy with how things are turning. And no, you cannot have backpacks within backpacks. You cannot even click on them when they're in there. Sorry. But yeah, your base is going to start out totally empty, so you're going to have to find blocks in the world. It's going to make collecting things really valuable, because in a regular game of Minecraft, if you found a block of dirt, that means fucking nothing to you. In this, if you find a block of dirt, holy shit, you could make a crop with that. That's really big, right? Finding wood is going to be absurdly useful, especially saplings, because then you can get like a tree, you can make more wood, and you can use that to make chests, you know, for your base to expand your stash. Your default stash is going to be an ender chest. Everybody's going to have access to an ender chest, but it's going to be limited. You're actually going to be able to upgrade the size of your ender chest as you play through the game, and you can spend the in-game currency on that. We're going to have 2 different currencies as well. One of them is going to be for regular stuff. It's going to wipe every season. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be used for buying in-game items, weapons, healing items, armors, etc. But we're going to also have a separate currency, which is going to be used for cosmetics. Let me show off the cosmetics menu. This is not going to be what it looks like at the end of the day, because we're actually switching cosmetics plugins, because this one's broken as hell. But it's cute, got a cute little menu, and you can equip stuff. These are just some default stuff that came with the plugin. See, I got a little hat. Or perhaps I would like a backpack. I'd equip that. And you can see it a little bit in first person here. I think the one we're switching to actually fixes the first person thing. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we're going to have cosmetics that you can equip. And it'll be very cute. Let me go ahead and take these off. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. You've discussed with Duke about this plugin some. Yeah, it's a nice looking plugin. This one we're currently using, but it does not get updates at all, and it's really it's a lot. And you know, I mean, the person who's working on it also works on several other plugins. I get it, but there's another plugin that seems to do things better. Also, yeah, so Val brought up a good point. Some people use custom player model, the mod, and you can completely redesign your character. There's no way for us to make these cosmetics compatible with that. So if you would, it's going to be up to your choice. If you want to use your custom player model, that's fine. You won't be able to see your or at least your cosmetics will look a little wonky. Although if you have the,
on what you make.
depending on, yeah, I was gonna say, depending on what you make, like if you have the default Minecraft shape, then it should work fine. But yeah, am I going to talk about a possible alternative we've been chatting about? What are you talking about, darling? What alternative?
The one that you said you weren't going to.
The one that starts with a P?
Yeah.
Send me the concept art.
Ooh, yay!
So it's not an alternative. It's not an alternative. This is just something else. Duke has something that he wants to add, and I gotta be honest, I don't know if we can implement it. So this is not guaranteed to be in the final version. Everything I've shown in some way is going to be in the final version of this game, even if it looks completely different. What I'm about to show you is concept art Duke made that looks really nice, and I have to at least show it because he worked really hard on it, and he really wants me to implement this. And it's an idea. So let me go ahead and pull this up. This is a piece of concept art from Duke showing pets. Now, as I said, I don't know if we can implement pets. It depends on how the plugin works. I have not looked at it, and implementing stuff like this takes a lot of effort. However, the idea is that we would be adding little pets that follow you around. Duke has already designed one, and he hid it from me because I said I was like unsure about the pets, but he hid it from me that he was working on one anyways. But yeah, we would have little pets. As you can see, there's one that's the YouTube icon. We're hoping to celebrate people making YouTube or Twitch content of the server once it's out. So if you stream or you have a YouTube channel and you contact us, we are willing to give you a custom title, as well as potentially like an in-game trophy you can put in your base. And if we do pets, you'll have a little pet that shows that you are a streamer or what have you. Yeah, play button walleye. That's really funny. One more thing I would like to talk about. So all of this has been, you know, it's very, I'm very excited about all of this. I cannot wait to continue working on it. I'm going to be doing streams where I show the development. I'll be programming stuff, and like I said, I'll be designing cosmetics, and y'all can donate to have your own cosmetic ideas put in the game. Now, all that being said, I want to address something else. CouplesCraft, when we first launched it, was a subscriber server. If you were subscribed to Duke or myself, you were able to play, and that was how you gained access. CouplesCraft 2, Apocalypse, will be completely free to play. You will not need to be subscribed. You will not need to pay any money to play it. This will be open to everybody. So if you're not subscribed, you can still play. You still are going to have full access to the game. We are considering maybe a little bit of paid cosmetics in the game, potentially to keep the server afloat. But that's about it. It's gonna be available for everybody to play. You're not gonna be paying money to unlock. Oh, pay $10 to get an increased stash size. Like it's gonna be the whole game is gonna be there for you. If anything costs money, it will just be like hats that you know what you're getting when you pay for it. I'm not talking about loot boxes. There's so many, this is kind of off topic. There's so many Minecraft servers that have loot boxes to the point where one of the top plugins for Minecraft is a loot box plugin, and it has NFT support. This is the world I've lived in with developing this server. Gave an $8 blue checkmark pet. By the time this game comes out, nobody's gonna remember the blue checkmarks. Yeah, doesn't that suck? Minecraft development is funny. You get to see a lot of wackos. But yeah. So I want to clarify real quick, timescale stuff. This will not be out for at least a year. Going back to the development roadmap, let me reopen that real quick. If I show y'all, this is a lot of stuff to work on. And while the plugins and the mechanics, the base stuff is all pretty much implemented, like I have to do a few extra things, the actual nitty gritty has a lot of work to do, with the map being the scariest one, because in order to make this work, the map needs to be pretty big. So at least a year of development, probably more realistically. However, to keep y'all updated, I'm going to be doing development streams. I want to spend a lot of time on this. So yeah, I am extremely proud of everything we've already got so far. Yeah, Val, I would love you on the build team. You're a fantastic builder. You absolutely have a good eye for detail. But yeah, now that I've shown all the exciting stuff, let me get into some nitty gritty. Like what else can I talk about? First time player gear, just like little details, because what makes a server like this work is little details. When you first log in, you're going to have a gear set. You're going to go through a tutorial to show you how things work. Yeah, especially since we're revamping the fighting system, like Duke said. When the game is done, weapons will have in their description, it'll tell you what their moveset is. So, for example, the sword currently doesn't have anything in the description, but eventually it'll be like horizontal stab as the combat system. I want to hit stuff again. Sorry, I want to go back and hit stuff. It's fun. This combat system is so fun. I cannot stress how much fun I have with it. I love it. Like, something that I've been really excited about with this project is with CouplesCraft 1, I didn't really play it, you know? Like, I had fun developing for it. And, you know, that was great, but I didn't like it. Like, as far as gameplay went. This, I cannot wait to get my little grubby hands on this. I want to play this so bad. I'm developing something that I want to play, and that's really freaking exciting. Get out of here. The stab works fine on these guys. I think it's just a hitbox thing. I gotta work on that, but... yeah, so, like, even if you're lagging with this melee system... Also, speed-wise, they go the exact speed of your walking speed, or maybe slightly faster. This guy cannot path for the life of him. But if you're sprinting, you're slightly faster. Sprint jumping, specifically, see? But yeah, see, I hit, and see, I missed, but he walks into it, because there's 5 ticks. Oh, that was a really good example. There's 5 ticks of give with it, which is so important, like, in my opinion, to make it work. So if you're really being careful, right? When you're fighting enemies, you don't have to go in for the triple kill, you know, super attack while they're stunned. If you're worried, like, let's say I'm on half a heart right now, I don't want to die. So, like, you know, this guy's stuck behind a fence. Maybe I can whack at him there. Or you can slowly kite them back. Here we go. You can slowly kite. These are regular zombies. Fuck you guys. Get out of here. I don't want you. The spawning is turned off. There's just, this map has spawners everywhere. This map has mob spawners everywhere. Something you may have noticed also, the stab actually has like a very small arc. It's a trace. It like just traces where you're looking at. So you actually have to essentially do vanilla Minecraft mechanics to hit with the stab. It doesn't have the arc like the horizontal attacks do. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about all this. There's a couple things I have to iron out. Like, this is a plugin issue, but if you drop something from the menu while your weapon's equipped, it acts like you swung your sword. Because in vanilla Minecraft, when you do that, it does the swing animation, and that's how this is triggered. That's how this sword attack is triggered. Does the hurt box move with the player? If not, it might be hard to pursue people if it doesn't. Yeah, it does not. I don't know if I can change that, but I certainly would like to try. There's a lot of stuff I have to, like, work out. But, you know, I'm really excited with what we have so far. I'm gonna bleed out. Ah! See, this guy's got armor. I hate this. So whoever made this adventure map, it's beautiful, by the way. I would love to show it off. But whoever made this adventure map, they set zombie spawners everywhere, and they also did something to the map data to make zombies spawn with armor more often. And I don't want them to spawn with armor. I can force them to not do that, so that's not a problem. But in the meantime, in testing, it's a little annoying. Woo, that was close. But yeah, I want to show these effects. I want to be absolutely clear. I was inspired to use a similar system to this. And that's why they currently have, so let me, the blood splatter, right? And the trail of, the swipe trail. This is not a completely original invention. I was inspired by another Mythic Mob creator in the Mythic Mob's Discord. They made a beautiful mob, and I want all of the enemies to eventually have this level of, like, just polish. So this is made, by another user, which I'll grab their username in a minute. But you can see this is where the idea of their swing and what's the fucking word? Their attack being like telegraphed. I can't think. But yeah, they can get stunned if you attack mid in the middle of their attack. Let me show that. It didn't work. I died. Anyways, the blood spray and the tracers are theirs, is what I'm trying to say. What's the plan with enchantments when you've got a sec? So the plan with enchantments is that players will not have access to, at the very much, they will not have enchanting tables. They will not be getting, like, enchanting books. If we do enchantments, it'll be controlled. It'll be in a controlled environment, because that changes the balance a lot. Like, you need to be able to die in this. You need to be able to die in this. And so I'm not going to be allowing people to get netherite protection 4 maxed gear. That's not happening. I don't even know if we're doing enchantments, straight up. I've talked to it, like, Duke and I have talked to a lot about it. I might not have enchantments as part of the thing. There's already so many more. What? Ah, I don't know. That guy's running. Hang on. Hey, you get out of here. You're scary. You're scary, man. Get out of here.
We're thinking of supplementing enchantments with just special types of gear. Since
yeah, thank you.
We're expanding the,
Oh, I didn't show the slingshot!
Yeah, we're expanding the armor table, and we're expanding the weapons that you can get, so it's not like you're just going to be stuck with, like, base weapons.
Yeah, I totally forgot I wanted to mention. So I'm not just doing default Minecraft swords and axes and stuff.
Yeah.
You may have noticed in the thing, there's new weapons and utility items all listed there. I gotta turn bleeding back off in a sec here. So that means we're gonna be having a lot of unique stuff. So this is the slingshot, and it needs rocks to fire. If you see, I loaded up. Nothing happens. I need rocks. And if I have a rock, it works as a very shitty ranged weapon. This is supposed to supplement, like, it's supposed to be similar to the bow in— oh, I missed. It's supposed to be a supplementary ranged weapon in between the bow, like, you know, a lower tiered version. This is what I'm talking about, the bleed glitch also. Always procking. It's supposed to have a % chance to proc it. I think Charlie already sent me the fix just now. But yeah, here, give me a bunch of rocks. Give me like 10 rocks. And then let me summon a zombie. So you can see, this is what I'm talking about with the armor. Fire a rock at it. Just does like a little bit of damage. Not nearly as much as the bow, but it is a nice little piece of damage. Also, do this with the rock. These are going to be separate items later. I was toying with having them be the same, but it'll just make balancing hard with ammo. But if you throw a rock, this guy gets attracted to it. It's like, hey, whoa, what's that?
What's that? What was that noise?
Whoa, what was that noise? This guy's aggroed on me, so it's not really mattering. But you'll be able to use that to distract hordes if you're trying to get somewhere. We're eventually going to change this into a noisemaker, is what we're going to make it. We're going to make like a little duck noisemaker or something. It'll be cute.
So most things in Minecraft, like most vanilla things in Minecraft,
are going to be represented.
Are going to be more or less remade by us to fit this game style. So we're revamping the combat system. We're revamping the armor system. We're adding a bunch of things. And we're toying with stuff to make it a more cohesive experience for what we're like trying to get to.
What was that noise?
And hopefully it'll create a lot of awesome, intense situations for all of you. So you get some really awesome, you know, like butt-clenching moments with
butt clenchers.
Of zombies, you
butt
know.
clenchers are the plan.
Yeah, we're planning on a lot of butt clenchers.
This is the butt clenching that I'm talking about. My butt. It's so clenched.
On top of that, again, we're thinking of cosmetics and stuff and
I talked about cosmetics.
Yes, cosmetics, titles, all of that kind of layered on top, so that even if you do see another player like out in the wild and stuff, you're going to be able to, I guess, sense like what they're up to and what, you know, like their goals are just at a glance. To see if either you want to engage or if you want to, you know, keep away. It's going to be a really fun experience. It's really exciting. I hope you didn't mind me coming.
No, not at all. Not at all, darling. Am I going to have weapons like two-handed broadswords? No. So one thing I did not bring up just yet. So my dream is to be able to custom animate the melee animations. But alas, it is impossible. In Minecraft, unless I use GeckoLib, which I don't know how to use, and also I refuse to have this server need actual mods to play.
We're not using any mods.
No
Again,
mods, totally mod free. Not even Optifine.
This is just plugins and stuff, so that anyone can feasibly do this, even if you don't have the same Minecraft version that we're running.
So that being said, as you can see, the sword always looks like it's just doing the vanilla attack. Now, this has been supplemented quite well, in my opinion, by these particle effects. Like, the vanilla swing looks great, and then I have the stab effect, which I'm going to actually redo eventually. Right now, it's just like a little swing, but it's going to look a little bit more like an arrow when I'm done with it, and the particles are going to appear like one at a time in a very quick succession to give it more oomph. But that's down the line. That's a lot of work. Particles are fucking hard to do in this mod. But yeah, I think they help a lot, but I won't be able to do stuff like two-handed weapons. Limiting the player's like dual wielding capabilities in Minecraft is really tough. It's even with like client-side mods, kind of glitchy. And so like doing it with a plugin, it would be kind of monstrous.
Disastrous.
It would be very disastrous. Full of so many exploits and bugs that I would have to then patch out. But also it's just like, it would still just look like this, and that's not very entertaining to me.
Stream Team asks, are you interested in taking contributions from other folks for things like sprite art and
Absolutely. I would love that. Fully open. Yes. Can't guarantee everything will get in the game, but if you have something that you think would work, please. It's a lot of work.
We are going to be constantly updating and keeping you guys informed on what we're working on. So if you have like an idea, be it, you know, some sprite art for something, or even just some like decoration, like I know it's really easy to make like different paintings in the game. Like if you want to just contribute something like that, feel free to like send it in the Discord, !Discord, and we'll consider it. And if that is done, we will make sure to credit you. We're not gonna be those people who just take all the shit and not credit anyone.
Oh, a couple more things I want to point out about the combat system, because I want to discuss this. So the way it works, Lino, thank you for the follow. The way it works is I have twisted a plugin into unholy directions. So on attack, it summons a invisible totem in front of you, which in a range will deal damage to anything that enters it for 5 ticks. It does 3 of those at once. However, each one, let me show the code so I can supplement this with a visual. Each one of them is, here, they have requirements. I've talked about how I would implement this ages ago, so you might actually, this might sound familiar to some of y'all. Wrong one. So this is the slingshot. I opened the only file that won't show me what I need to show y'all. Okay, so, actually, no, I need the other one too. Hang on. So as you can see, on left click and on hit. So what this means is every time you... This is so small for y'all. Hang on. We're gonna... Let me take the Jackson cam and then make it big. Here we go. This is the Jackson cam from the Tarkov stream. Okay, so the way this works is it executes 6 commands every time you swing the sword. 7, technically. Every time you swing the sword, it executes 6 commands. I am under attack. Get out of here. However, these commands have limitations. So in here, you can see they have conditions, and you need to have an aura. An aura is essentially a buff. So picture it like this. I'm applying a potion effect that has a custom name to the player that's invisible, and it only will use the one of the 6 commands if it has the one that it's expected. If it has the one that it's expecting and doesn't have anything else. And I also had to double it up. I had to have like a split-second one that happens and then another after to avoid you being able to like swing it twice and then wait and get 2 swings in at the same time. This took me fucking forever to do. Samurai, thank you for the follow. Like, I cannot stress how much work this was. But yeah, it executes 6 commands, 7 technically, every time you swing. The left click and on hit separations are basically when you left click in the game, it swings your weapon, and that is when these get registered. But if you're in melee range of an enemy and you click, it technically counts as an on hit, which is when you are melee attacking an enemy. So these don't trigger. So I had to double up and have it re-trigger on hit as a separate order. It's a lot of work. And then so you swing the first time, and then it plays a sound, does the particle effects, adds a totem, gives you a weakness 10 potion, or else it would still damage the enemy with a regular sword attack, even though I told it not to with this one. So I had to do this as a failsafe. Then it waits a tick, and then it applies an aura to you called Combo Start 1, and then it waits 10 ticks, and it applies another one called Combo 1, and I had to do these at different lengths in order to ensure that you can't, like, double or triple up on attacks and do, like, wait until right at the end of this 20 tick second, and then when the next one starts, to attack twice at the same time. It took a lot of fucking work to do this. It is a lot. It was a bit of a nightmare to make happen, but it works. It's not gonna lie, kind of flawless. I'm very happy with it. I'm in creative, that's why it's not working. For some reason it doesn't work in creative mode. That's fine. You will not be playing in creative mode. But yeah, long story short, it applies a fucking invisible buff to the character and just tries to swing all 3 different attacks at once, but limits it so it'll only do it if you have the invisible buffs. It's a lot of stuff. Other things I can talk about, the zombies, like, mechanics. If they take enough damage, they will stumble, as you saw, and you cannot quite stun lock them. They have a bit of a cooldown. Let me just show this. You saw, they had some time to act there. Oh yeah, with the sword, you might have noticed I'm kind of spam clicking a little bit. The timings on these are hard coded, so you can't just swing all 3 at the same time. You can wait a little longer than extra. You can wait a little longer than you usually would, so you don't have to swing them all at the same time. But there is like a minimum time wait that you have to do. It's actually nice, like. I feel like I don't have to be perfect all the time. Like, I feel like in regular Minecraft, let me give me a regular sword, right? Give Soapy Baby a sword. Give me a sword. With regular Minecraft, right, you have to, like, wait to click. And I feel like, you see the little, you know, the bar, right? Because there's, like, the attack cooldown in Minecraft. And if you attack sooner than that, it doesn't do full damage, right? Like, if I summon a zombie and I spam click, it does this, whatever that is. Hang on, I'm in fire. I kind of like that, like, it just does the waiting for you. Like, if I spam click, it'll always do the combo at the regular speed. It's nice. Obviously, there's a bit of a visual disconnect if you swing and nothing happens, but just take my word when I say it doesn't feel bad. It's surprisingly responsive. I don't know. If you think too hard about it, then you start noticing it. I'm going to try and have it so the cooldown appears on screen, like the vanilla Minecraft cooldown, and the sword kind of takes a while to come up while it's recharging, but I don't know if I can do that. Who cares? I hope y'all like what I've shown so far. I'm really excited about this whole project. I've spent quite a few hours on everything, and I can't wait to see it all come together. Yeah, let me give you a few more like ideas. The hub is going to be set in the end, and the sort of plot is you'll actually be able to see. We're going to do like a little pixel art version of the Earth/Minecraft world, kind of blown up and destroyed in the sky. And the idea is that you're on the moon, and you're like the last bastion of humanity. But because you can't, survive on the moon, you have to enter a giant portal to go back to the apocalypse world to loot and survive. That's the sort of lore behind everything. We're also gonna have, this is really cute, we're gonna have like shooting stars and stuff in the hub. You're gonna be able to look up and see like particle effects in the sky through a plugin I don't have yet because it costs $20, and I don't want to spend $20 on stuff that doesn't do anything for me in development. But yeah, things are gonna look a lot prettier in the end. Also, this is obviously a testing ground, but it is gonna be placed in the end eventually. I'm just freaking excited. Just freaking excited. I don't even know what to tell y'all. It's very exciting. We're gonna have a lot of different enemy varieties. Zombies are gonna be like your main antagonist. Oh, here's something I haven't talked about yet. Illagers are gonna be in the game. We're gonna have them Mad Maxified. So the idea is they will be in little groups, and you can come across them in the world, and they will always be together. And they're gonna have like Mad Max / like Fallout style armor on. And they're like post-apocalyptic themed illagers. I think it's going to be really cute. And they'll be ranged opponents. I'm hoping, I haven't developed them yet, but I'm hoping to do a sort of squad system with them where they have a leader, and if the leader is alive, they're a lot more tactical with their attacks. They like wait to try and flush you out. And they try and like time their attacks together. And if the leader is dead, then they attack randomly and they all just sort of do their own thing. That's the idea. I have ideas on how to actually implement that too. Hopefully that can get done. Other ideas, I want there to be a lot of utility items. As an example, I'm thinking of like a sort of fireball that you throw and it does a big fire AoE attack. A sort of like hand cannon that you can hold that does just like a very close range fire burst, but it's expensive to use. Also, Rose, I think like $10. And at the exact same time, hang on a second, literally y'all did this at the same time. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Evelyn, thank you for the $20. Y'all just
Evelyn
like jinxed each other.
$20. $20.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wait, is this regarding the plugin I mentioned that was $20? Socks, hi, thank you for the raid. I'm so sorry to say I just finished explaining everything.
Do it again.
Do it again. I'm not starting from the beginning. But I will give a quick rundown of what I'm currently doing. Y'all, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a wonderful time with Dragon, with Socks. This is CouplesCraft Apocalypse pre-alpha footage. I am showing off a custom Minecraft game mode that I'm developing, which is sort of a marriage between Tarkov and Mine Z, if you ever played that back in the day. I have completely revamped the Minecraft melee combat system, which I've been showing off and talking at length about because it took me a long time to do. Let me give myself a sword and I'll show that off for all the people who just got here. So this is a custom zombie enemy I personally animated and coded. And you can see the sword has a Minecraft dungeon style combo system where you go horizontal attack, stab, and the enemy can get stunned when you hit them the first time. And you can see exactly what their attack range is. And they also made me bleed. Normally, by the way, you don't see multiple bleed messages. That's part of the bug I talked about earlier, which I'm pretty sure Charlie fixed just now and is in my DMs currently. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's been a bit of an expensive journey. not gonna lie. I've had to purchase quite a few plugins to make this work, but like I'm just so excited. And I think this could like really be something. I don't know. I'm really excited about all this. It is a fuck ton of work to go through, but the basis is already here. The groundwork is here. Like I could just release the sword revamp and the custom zombie and put it in a world and it'd still be fun to play. And I know that because I played it. I like even before the combat system was done, I did some play testing and it's just fun. It's just really fun to do. Come here. Sometimes they squirt blood out even though you don't hit them. It's very funny. But yeah, just to reiterate a few things though, like natural health regeneration is going to be disabled. So if you take damage, say goodbye. You got to find some healing items. The stealth system is fully implemented. I don't know, I'm very excited. Running custom plugin stuff. The zombie moves too fluid to be model engine. It is model engine, actually. And I'm so glad somebody knows about this stuff and mentioned it. This is a plugin. Sorry, this is model engine. This is a mod, a client-side mod, which anybody can download, that smooths out armor stand manipulation. This is still armor stands, just like in model engine, but they're smoothed out to 60 FPS. It's a client-side mod. It works. It'll just instantly do it. I'll link it later. It's literally my favorite mod I've ever discovered. It's on GitHub. I had to search for this shit, but it's wonderful. Get out of here. You're not mine. You're a regular zombie. I keep missing my stabs on you. Oh god, a sword. I'm out of here. Oh god, armor. I'm out of here. But yeah, let me actually, since we're talking about model engine, let me actually show the model here that we made. Or animated at the very least. Again, I'm going to be completely changing this guy later down the line. I'm thinking of like a hanging jaw and like maybe putting a bunch of boils on him to show that he's mutated and, you know, it's past the apocalypse. This is what he looks like with the broken head. And this is what they look like without it, naturally. And these are all the animations straight from the program. And you can see they go pretty one-to-one in-game because of this mod. It's really nice. You can see he's got a little stumble in the walk cycle there. These are the stun animations. When you hit them, there's two. And then the death animation, which Duke lovingly called the Family Guy death pose, which he's not wrong. And then some flinch animations. So the way these work is they only edit these two bones. And so when you attack the enemy, you might have noticed, I don't know if you were paying attention, he kind of flinches when you attack him. That's because just these bones are moving. Same with the swipe, it only moves these three bones so they can still do it during the run cycle. So the swipe and the running are two separate animations, but they're just being kind of glued together by Model Engine. It's really handy. Does it support scaling too? I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean like this, like up and down scaling of enemies? If not, no, I don't think Model Engine can do that at all. If you mean like size scaling. But I think that's a block bench limitation more than anything. We had a bunch of exploding guys early that were supposed to puff up first, but you found that Model Engine doesn't support scaling in the end. Yeah, no, I think that's, yeah, that might actually be a block bench thing. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. But yeah, it's super handy. This mod that I use that makes things 60 FPS, when the server eventually launches, I'm going to be having quality of life stuff like that available to download. I'm going to have a little link for it. But again, no mods are going to be necessary for this. In fact, let me show what this looks like without any mods. I'm going to open up a version of this without... I think this has Optifine installed in a couple things, but this won't have the 60 FPS smoothing. And I can show y'all that it still works. In fact, no, let me just go to an unmodded version of Minecraft and just show the server. Because I think I have a 1.19 copy. I don't even need... Oh my god, I don't need 1.19! Because I have a 5 version! I haven't tested that. I don't know if that works. I don't know if 5 version works yet, but let me boot this up and prove to y'all that it works without mods. Because that's something I'm very proud of. I know CouplesCraft doesn't have any mods, and, you know, I didn't know it was possible to go fully mod-free with Model Engine and all this stuff that we use. So after hearing that Sox has it mod-free, I was like, okay, we're doing that for CouplesCraft too. So cool what you can push vanilla to do with just plugins. Yeah, no, it's incredible. It is truly incredible. I just figured this is the stuff I had the most fun with on CouplesCraft 1. And this was our strength. Like, the boss fights and the custom items, that was the strength of CouplesCraft 1. That was the thing that I think made it unique. And so I decided, you know what, for this, we're just going to go all in on it. You got core shaders working with your armor. You have to tell me how you did that. I don't know how core shaders work. Core shaders scare me. Did you know that MC Cosmetics uses core shaders to do player animations. You can dab with MC Cosmetics. No fucking clue how they managed to get that to work. Hang on. I don't have this listed anymore. We're just gonna localhost it. So yeah, I'm lagging out because I don't have. Oh, I also have Chase's spoon pack. I made this. I'm lagging out because I don't have Optifine, but oh man, it's so ugly. That I don't have the texture. Oh, I don't have the resource pack installed. Hang on. I don't have the resource pack, so it just looks like these guys. But it works. I mean, I'll show it. I'll prove that it works in a second. Hang on. Let me. Oh god, there's so many. So many. This is what happens when you make a lot of copies of resource packs. I just got to copy this over to my. This is a different instance of Minecraft that doesn't have the resource pack loaded. Boop, boop, done. On damage straight up doesn't work. It's undamaged with a D at the end. I think that's why it's not working for you. I'm more than happy to work with stuff like it because y'all have done some really cool stuff with with Mythic mods too. I'd love to like cross-reference stuff. Anyways, let me show this off. Here we go. No mods, completely vanilla version of Minecraft, working just fine. Just a little chunky looking. The Aura applicator. Oh, I have no idea in that case. But yeah, zero mods. This is a vanilla copy of Minecraft. It works just fine. Little stuttery. It works just fine. Oh god. Okay, I don't know what's up with the heads. I've been having weird issues with the heads ever since I made them break into bones. So I have to fix that. It's just the heads too. Like you guys are seeing this, right? It's just the head. I have no idea why this is. Whatever. I'll fix it out eventually. Fix it up eventually. Still very fluid? Yeah. I mean, that's because I use smooth keyframes in Blockbench. Smooth keyframes changed my entire world. If you don't know, this is what the animation looks like. This is the idle animation, right? Nice, kind of fluid and bouncy. This is what it looked like when I made it. Let me just... This? Versus this. Smooth keyframes seriously feel like cheating. It's great. Oh, it's great. You like it though? It's giving punch to the hit. Okay, there's ways to give punch to the hit though without making the head explode. I gotta fix that. But yeah, smooth keyframes are beautiful. But yeah, this is CouplesCraft 2. This is CouplesCraft Apocalypse. I am so excited about all this. I cannot wait to do more streams. I plan on doing streams where I make cosmetics in Blockbench. I want to do some programming streams because I'm going to be real. I got to be real with y'all. It takes a long time. I gotta what's the word?
Monetize.
I gotta monetize. Thank you. I gotta monetize the work I'm putting in. It takes a lot of fucking time. Been meaning to look into animation in Blockbench. You want to implement a lolly-ho emote? Hell yeah. Fuck. I'm just exciting. I'm just excited. I can't talk. I'm so elated that I finally get to show all of this off that I can't speak. But yeah, this is everything. This is the stuff I've been working on for a few months now. You can just discard this. Thank you for the applause. I'm so glad you all like it. Yeah, again, everything you've seen is subject to change, especially the visuals. Oh my god, everything visual. People keep telling me the animations are fine. I don't like them. And I'm going to have Duke redo them, probably. Or at least tweak them. Because his animations are great. Have y'all seen Krampus? I want to show Krampus off again because it's been so long. Do I have... Where's Krampus? Hang on. I've got Krampus on my computer somewhere. Krampus, where are you? There's Krampus. Let me show this. This is the first thing Duke, like, ever animated. Look at this. Look at his, like... he put a chain on it, because he's insane. He's an insane man. Look at the little fingers, the way they waggle. It's the first thing Duke ever made in this program. I think these are using linear keyframes. No, they're not. Okay, good. Like, look at this. This is the first thing he ever made. Woo. I'm so glad we never got to put this in CouplesCraft. So sad, but so glad we finally get to know. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one, the finger waggle. Woo. That's 100% my favorite. Also, there's this one. Yeah, no, just really good stuff. 2D nails, yeah, they're Minecrafty. They're great. This is fantastic. Cramp of ass. But yeah, we're gonna put Krampus in there somewhere at some point. We gotta. Anyways, I think I've said everything I need to. Let me put this back on the screen so the sub count doesn't look weird. I'm very excited. I'm gonna make a little Twitter thread summarizing everything. But thank you all so much for hanging out. I'm gonna probably call the stream here. But this is what I've been working on, and I'm glad you all like it. And I cannot wait to work on it more and to make it playable someday. Yeah, I'm real pumped. So thank you all so much for supporting me tonight. Let's go drop a raid on somebody, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody to raid. Oh, Penny's still alive. We'll raid Penny. Before I finish up, I will be, what day is it today? Sunday. I'll be back live on Wednesday unless there's unforeseen I go to the dentist tomorrow. So if I die at the dentist, I won't be here, but I'm probably going to be fine. Yeah, I will be doing streams about this. I will be playing more Tarkov because Tarkov is wiping soon. And also I got to get in the Tarkov mood. So I took a little bit of a pause for like maybe a couple weeks or a month on developing this because I wasn't in the Tarkov mood. And like, if I'm not in the Tarkov mood, I can't make a Tarkov inspired game mode. Let's just be real. But yeah, I'm very excited. If you all have questions on CouplesCraft, please, please, please ask me in the server. I love to talk about this. This is like my big passion right now. And it's also been my passion for a few months, which is crazy. That's like a new whole record for like projects. So let's hope we can keep it going for another year or so, which I'm sure I will. Thank you all so much. As Duke said, we still have the CouplesCraft channel open in the Discord. You can ask me questions in there. But you can also ask it in the general chat because, yeah, CouplesCraft 2 is not going to be subscriber only. In fact, we should probably open that up to everybody now. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and do that, Duke. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go drop a raid on Penny. And, what's our raid phrase? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. Something about maybe 6 commands. That'd be funny. You have any funny things? Thought I died. I did die a little bit. My brain shut off. What's our raid phrase? Give me some ideas. I need ideas. You can dab in I like that. You can dab in Minecraft. That's true. Everybody copy and paste that into Penny's chat. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll talk to you all again on Wednesday, or maybe sooner if I have a strange burst of inspiration to stream. Thank you all so much for the support, and I can't wait to share the rest of this with